Hello students, I, Mrs. Madhvi Mhatre, welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. I hope all of you are doing well at home and at the same time you are studying also. Very soon we will have our first online assessment. Okay students, so you start studying for that. The portion for the same will be informed to you, but now for the same exam you start studying from the very first chapter, start revision also, and if you have any doubts you can ask. Okay, because these online assessment marks are very important. You know what happened with the result this time. So if the pandemic continues and if the things are not getting well, then you know that this online assessment marks, they will be helpful for your result. Okay, so please do study and attempt the exam very sincerely. Now we are going towards our second chapter, that is quadratic equation. In the previous two lectures we have discussed the general form of quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and the condition is what, a cannot be 0. Based on that we are solving practice set 2.1, and from that practice set 2.1 we have completed question number 1 and question number 2. Now we are going towards question number 3. All of you please be ready with your notebooks and pens so that you can write down the answers, the solutions easily along with me. Question number 3 is, write the following equations in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That is the standard form of quadratic equations. Then write the values of a, b, c for each equation. Okay. So what we have to do here is, we have to first convert the given equation in standard form, and then we have to compare with standard form to write down the values of a, b, c. Okay. Now here there are 6 sub questions. Out of that I am solving first one. Okay, I am solving second one, fifth one and sixth one. Third and fourth you will do as homework. Okay. So you know that to convert into the standard form, all the terms we have to take on left hand side, and then we need to write down equal to 0 on right hand side, and then you are going to compare. Okay. So third and fourth, they are easy, so you can solve them by yourself. So I'm not going to discuss all. So mark these two, question number 3 and question number 4, as homework. Now let us start with the first one here. First one is 2y is equal to 10 minus y square. Okay. We have to convert to standard form. That means x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So as I have told you so many times, all the terms you need to take on left hand side and you have to write down equal to 0. But while writing them, you have to follow the descending order. That means the term with highest order, in case of quadratic equation it is 2. So the term with highest order we are going to write first, then the term with the order 1, and then the constant. Okay. So now this minus y square, when we are shifting to left hand side, it will become plus y square. Then plus 2y after that, and then 10 will appear as minus 10. So this equation will be like this. Okay. See, y square plus 2y minus 10 is equal to 0. See, this minus y square shifted to left hand side, so became plus y square. 2y as it is, but write down plus 2y because there are terms and we need to write down plus or minus sign in between. Okay, so plus 2y. And then 10 from left hand side shifted to, 10 from right hand side shifted to left hand side, so it is minus 10. Now you can observe, see, the equation is converted into the standard form, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay. Now even though here the variable is y, while comparing you have to compare with the standard form only. Okay, that means you are going to compare with the standard form, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, means by default in standard form the variable is taken as x. So you need to write down x only. Even though it is y is present here, you have to write down x only, because that is the standard form. You need not change the variables here. Okay. So when we compare with the standard form, what we can get here is, in place of a, here you will observe that number is not present. So if number is not present, we have to consider is at 1, because 1 into anything is that same term or same number, you know that. Okay. So here we cannot see any number. So value of a is what? 1. Value of b is 2. And value of c is minus 10. So we can write down here that comparing with the standard form, writing this statement is compulsory. Yeah, students, please take a note of this. So comparing with the standard form, we can write down that a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, and c is equal to minus 10. Don't forget to write down minus sign. It is very, very important. If you are not writing minus sign, then it will be plus 10 and you will get wrong. Okay. So for plus sign, we are not writing the sign here, but for minus sign, we need to write down the sign. Okay, students, so please copy it down. Now, let us go towards the second question. X minus 1 the whole square is equal to 2x plus 3. So, let us solve it. First, write down the given question as it is. This is your very first step. Now what you can observe here is, here we have a perfect square, x minus 1 the bracket square. So we have to expand this. All of you know the formulas, a plus b the whole square and a minus b the whole square. So here we are going to use the formula a minus b the whole square, that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so square of x is x square. All of you write down. Then minus sign, 2 into x into 1, that is 2x. So x square minus 2x plus 1. It will be expanded like this. Okay, this formula we are going to use. A minus b the whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so this is the expansion of the bracket x minus 1 the whole square. Okay, see, a square means x square and b square means 1, and in between you have minus 2ab. So 2 into x into 1, that is 2x. Okay. So this is the expansion. Left hand side is copied down as it is. Now the next step, we have to shift all the terms on RHS to LHS. Okay. And while writing them, we have to follow the order of descending order. Okay. That sequence we need to follow. So first of all, we will write down x square as it is. Afterwards, you have minus 2x here. And from here, you can shift one more minus 2x. So, minus 2x will appear 2 times. See, x square minus 2x minus 2x. Afterwards, the constants. So, plus 1 and after that minus 3. Plus 3 will be minus 3. Please check by yourself. Have you written in the same manner? Please check. See, x square as it is. This term minus 2x and one more shifted from LHS to RHS to LHS, that is minus 2x. Okay, so it is appeared 2 times. Don't get confused. This minus 2x is already there and from RHS one more is shifted. So plus 2x has become minus 2x. Then plus 1 as it is and plus 3 is written as minus 3 on LHS. Okay, and then don't forget to write down equal to 0. The terms are shifted to LHS, that is why nothing is left, so you need to write down 0 there. Don't think that nothing is left, so why to write down equal to 0? You know that we are solving quadratic equations, and for equations we need to have 2 sides, left hand side as well as right hand side, and right hand side is always equal to 0. Now let us add or subtract the like terms. So this x square is a only term, so we will write down x square as it is. This minus 2x and this minus 2x. Signs are same. So we are going to add the numbers. So this is going to become minus 4x. And here plus 1 minus 3. See, signs are opposite. So we are going to subtract. 3 minus 1, 2. But the answer is minus 2. We are going to give the sign of bigger number. So our next step is x square minus 4x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, please check. Did you get the same step? Okay, if you are solving along with me, try to solve it ahead. Okay. Now see, is it converted to the standard form? Yes. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then write down that statement. Comparing with x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we get a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 4 and c is equal to minus 2. Okay, so this is 1 mark question. Take a note of these, students. Okay, this question will appear for 1 mark. Now, as I have said, question number 3 and 4 you will solve as homework. Now, let us go towards question number 5. Okay, which is little bit different. Question number 5. P inside the bracket 3 plus 6p is equal to minus 5. Okay. So, first of all, write down the question as it is. Now, once again, you have seen the bracket. So, the very first step is to open the bracket. All of you know BODMAS rule. BODMAS. So, B stands for bracket, O stands for open. Then D stands for division, M stands for multiplication, then addition and then subtraction. This is the sequence which we follow to solve any problem. So, here whenever you find the bracket, you need to open the brackets first. So, let us open the bracket here. See, P into 3 will be 3p and p into 6p will be 6p squared and equal to minus 5 as it is. Okay, so you can check the step now here. 3p plus 6p squared is equal to minus 5. Okay, so the brackets are open now. Now the next step is to write down all the terms on left hand side. Okay, and while writing, follow the sequence, that is descending order of the indices here. Okay, so the term with highest index, that is 6p square, we will write down first. Then we will write down 3p and finally we will write down constant. So this equation will become 6p square plus 3p plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so converted to standard form. Now immediately the next statement is of comparing with the standard form, that is comparing with x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 we get. Now here you can see that value of a is 6. In the previous two examples the number was not present, so we wrote 1 there. Okay, but here a is 6, b is 3 and c is 5. So write it down. A is equal to 6, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 5. Okay. Now let us go further towards the sixth question. Okay, so question number 6 again is little bit different, so I am discussing it. See, the question is x square minus 9 is equal to 13. So what you can find here is the term with square is present, but the term with x is not present. And the two constant terms are present here. That means here one term is missing. That is why I am discussing this question. Okay, so first of all write down the question. Now afterwards the next step is what we have to take them on, means whatever terms are on right hand side we have to take on left hand side. So this 13 we will shift on left hand side. So how we will write it? X square minus 9 minus 13 is equal to 0. Now see this minus 9 and minus 13, it will give us minus 22. So we can write it as x square minus 22 is equal to 0. Okay, but this is not a standard form. Okay, just recall the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We should have 3 terms here. Okay, but here one term is missing. And in that case, we need to write down that missing term with coefficient 0. So after x square, the next term should be with x, which is absent. So we have to write down there 0x. Okay, so this we will rewrite as x square plus 0x minus 22 is equal to 0. See students, this step is compulsory because in the question they have told you that write the equation in standard form. So you need to write down standard form. In standard form, you need to write down the missing terms. You should have these three terms on left hand side. Okay. So after getting this, now you can write down. Comparing with the standard form, that is x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we get x is equal to 1. I'm sorry, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to minus 22. Okay. So this way you are going to solve this 1 mark question. It is very easy. Only thing is that you have to shift all the terms on left hand side and you have to write down equal to 0 on right hand side. And then you have to write down the coefficients. That means the numbers associated with every term. The number associated with x square is 1. With x, that is 0 here, and the constant, that is minus 22. So those you will write down as a, b and c. Okay. So I hope you must have understood this type of question and you must have completed it. Now let us go towards the next question. That is question number 4. Question number 4 is determine whether the values of given against each of the quadratic equation are roots of the equation. Okay, so here you are provided with two questions. I am discussing the first question. Second one you will solve as homework. Take a note of this. Write down here homework. Now, when we discuss solved examples, that time I told you that whenever the word determine whether or check whether comes, you have to solve only left hand side. Okay, that means you are going to find only the value of that polynomial which is present on left hand side. You are not going to consider this equal to 0. After finding this value, you are going to compare it with right hand side. That means this value, if it is 0, then and then only you are going to say that the value given is the root or is the solution. And if the value is other than 0, then what we have to write is that the value given is not a root or not a solution. So always keep in mind, for the words like determine whether or for check whether, you are going to solve only left hand side, that is LHS. In general, what students are doing is they are writing the equation, they are putting the value, and that means solving, they are solving all the steps correctly. But when you are writing equal to 0 in the beginning, there only you are wrong, because here you are checking. So you cannot write RHS. You have to only solve LHS. Okay. So let us start with the first one now here. Okay. So this is the given question. X square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. And two values of x are provided. First is x is equal to 1 and second is x is equal to minus 1. And we have to check for these both the values. So we are going to check one by one. Okay. So first of all, we will put x is equal to 1 in left hand side of the equation. Okay. So that you need to write down. That by substituting x is equal to 1 in left hand side. Okay. So this is left hand side. Okay, x square plus 4x minus 5, and there in place of x we are writing 1. So 1 square plus 4 into 1. While substituting, you have to write in bracket. It is told so many times in the first chapter also, and minus 5 as it is. So 1 square is 1, 4 into 1 is 4. So you will get 1 plus 4 minus 5, that is 0. Okay. See, 1 plus 4 is 5 and 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, so we got this left hand side as 0 and right hand side also is 0. So what we can say here is left hand side is equal to right hand side. And when these two sides are equal, that means the value x minus 1 satisfies this equation. That is why I can say that x is equal to 1 is the root of that equation. If we are getting these two sides different, then we are going to say that that value is not a root or not a solution here. Okay. So after writing this, the final statement you will write, that is x is equal to 1 is the root of the given quadratic equation, because for this value we got left hand side is equal to right hand side. Okay. Now let us check for the second value, that is x is equal to minus 1. Okay. So now we will substitute x is equal to minus 1 in LHS, that is left hand side. So in place of x now we are writing minus 1. So minus 1 square plus 4 into minus 1 minus 5. So minus 1 square is plus 1. 4 into minus 1 is minus 4 and minus 5. So 1 minus 9, that will be minus 8. See, minus 4 minus 5 is added and you will get minus 9 here. Minus 9 plus 1, that is minus 8. But what is our right hand side? 0. Or in other words, this is not equal to 0. This is not equal to right hand side. So here what we got? Left hand side is not equal to right hand side. So what we can say, this value x is equal to minus 1 does not satisfy the equation. That is why x is equal to minus 1 is not a root or not a solution of the given quadratic equation. Okay. So it is a simple thing, and always you have to keep in mind that whenever they will ask to you to determine or to check, you are going to always evaluate or solve LHS, and then you have to compare it with RHS. And if LHS is equal to RHS, then the given value is the root or the solution of the given quadratic equation. And if LHS is not equal to RHS or the answer is not coming 0, then we can say that the value is not a root or not a solution of that particular quadratic equation. Okay. So this is again a 1 mark question. Take a note of this. Write down there, 1 mark question it is. But for 1 mark question, they will give you only one value. They will not give you two values. Take a note of this. Now let us see the last two questions which are similar, and the similar activity also we have solved previously in the solved examples. So question number 5 and 6, they are same. The same steps we are going to follow. So I am solving question number 6 here, and question number 5 you will solve as homework. Tick mark here and write down homework here. Because in solved examples also we have solved such activity where we got the answer k is equal to 75 upon 25 equal to 3. If you can recall, in the previous lecture we have solved that. So by using the same steps here, you can solve question number 5 also, which is very easy. So you will mark it as homework. And here you write down one more thing, that these two questions are very important. Surely this question is going to appear for 2 marks. So all of you mark it there, that these are the important questions. These two and one more from the solved examples. Okay. So now let us start solving sixth one. One of the roots of equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0 is minus 7 upon 5. Complete the following activity to find the value of k. Okay. So what we can find here is, in the equation here, one constant is unknown or one coefficient is unknown. Here you can see that value of a is 5, value of b is 2, and value of c is k, which is unknown, which we need to find out. So what they have given to us is, the activity is given and empty boxes are given where you need to write down the correct numbers. So in such questions, the first statement is always from the question. Okay, now here the framing of the statement is different, but it is same. See, dash is the root of quadratic equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0. So if you read this question, you will get the answer here only. One of the roots of equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0 is minus 7 upon 5. So this is the root. So what will come here? Minus 7 upon 5. Okay. Now, since it is a root or it is a solution of this equation, it is going to satisfy the equation. So, whenever it is given as the root, we can substitute that value in place of variable. That means what? In place of m, we can write down that number. That means we can put m is equal to minus 7 upon 5 in the given equation. Got it? So again the same box appear. Now the next step here is in place of m we are going to write down the same number. So obviously in both the boxes again we are going to write minus 7 upon 5 and minus 7 upon 5. See, m is replaced by minus 7 upon 5. Square is already given there. Okay. And here also 2m. So in place of m, minus 7 upon 5 is written. Now let us solve it further. Now what you can find here is all the steps are not given. Certain steps are cancelled. So here this square is not written in the next step. Direct answer is written. So let us do that. Minus 7 upon 5 square you will write as 49 upon 25. If you want, you can do in your notebook on right hand side. That 7 square is 49 and 5 square is 25. You know that square of negative number is positive. So don't write negative. 49 upon 25 you will get here. And the 25 which is in the denominator, it will get cancelled with 5. You know that 5 5s are 25. Okay. So the answer of this term will be 49 upon 5. Understood now why? 7 square is 49. And here 5 square means 5 into 5. So 1 5 got cancelled. So only 1 5 is written. Don't write down 25 here in hurry. Because of this plus 5 here in multiplication, 1 5 is going to get cancelled. And here minus 7 into 2, that will be minus 14. Observe this sign. Here they have written the same sign, plus sign. But our answer is minus. So you need to write down minus 14 upon 5. Got it? So this step is given directly. Now the in next step, what you can observe here is again the empty box is provided. So again one term is missing here, or one step is missing here. So 49 minus 14, that is 35, and 35 divided by 5 is 7. So here you will get 7. Okay. See, 49 minus 14 is 35 and 35 divided by 5, that is 7. And from that we can write down the value of k as minus 7. See, this plus 7 is shifted to right hand side. So it became minus 7. Okay. So this way you are going to complete the activity. Now you will say so many boxes are there and the question is for 2 marks. But what you can observe here is, see, this same number is repeated 4 times. That means if you are going to make a mistake here, everywhere you will make mistake. So here only half mark is there for this particular step, and then for remaining steps 1.5 mark is there. So take a note of that, and accordingly you have to complete it. Okay, so mark it there. That is a 2 mark question. Okay, so an important question. So all of you please try to solve the given one here. Now this was fraction, but now here it is 3. a whole number is there. That means this is more easy to solve. So follow the same steps and complete this fifth one. Okay, students? So today we are stopping here. In the next lecture, we will start with the new topic. Practice set 2.1 is completed. Also keep the habit that the similar questions from problem set, you try to solve them. Now practice set 2.1 is completed by us today. So try to find out the similar questions. That means the questions which are based on the root of the quadratic equation. Find them and try to solve them as homework. When we are going to discuss problems at that time, I am not going to discuss the similar sums which are present in practice set. Please take a note of this. So always keep a habit of solving them immediately after the video gets over and whenever you get time. Okay. So that you will get better practice of this. And as I have said, these questions are very important. So if you do the practice immediately, then you will understand it better. Okay, students. So thank you for your cooperation. We will meet in next lecture. Till that, you stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you, students.